My thoughts are either we are complicit with failure and treatment of certain communities a certain way, or we are co-conspirators with certain efforts to rid the college of certain demographics or not support them adequately, or we're unconscious. And I feel like y'all one of the three. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you said prior to our public comments that we couldn't address people personally by name and by position.
Correct.
The woman prior to me addressed Dr. Cruz several times, levying praise to him. I don't need to do that. The reason I want to address him personally, because you guys are complicit with him completely. I do a little bit of history lesson. In 2011, there was talks of the MPS board being taken over for this production in PBS and all that. PBS Productions and all that with students. Then 2015, an article came out about a corporate takeover of this very board governing this body, the largest college in the state, the most diverse college in the state. And there was talks of a corporate takeover led by the MATC, and certain people still on this board are here from that fresh regime. And now we have the inexplicable adoption of an executive order from what most would consider an evil administration under President Trump to rid itself of DEI falsely, and doesn't even have to be adopted by this college, to then cut the multicultural department. And y'all either complicit, co-conspirators, or unconscious. I would ask the board, how often do you come down to MATC outside of this 1 hour meeting once a month? How often are you really debriefed before a half hour before the meetings? This board doesn't even represent the demographics really that represents the school, which is 60%, 63% people of color, which I won't call minority. We completely off base. And if you can stand here with a clear heart and clear conscience and sit next to that man after firing this group of people that helped so many people, you don't have to get caught in this age or under this administration, but there will be another administration. There will be new people on this board. Your grandchildren and children will look at you and like, hey, what's going over at MATC? And one day the bottom's going to fall out and it won't make sense. And it won't add up. I could let part of my public comments be silence, because that's what you give us. Or you give us filler. There's state statutes. There's policies and procedures, there's SOPs, and then there's right and wrong. And my grandma said, she said something that I'm not completely ascribing to, but there's a moral truth in it. She said they might keep him out of jail, but they can't keep him out of hell. There's a higher moral order that we serve here. And you guys, deep in your heart, there's a pricking there where you know Durr, Tanya, Annabelle, and Floyd should still be here. As well as Dr. Eve Martin. I've been able to come to the past president's offices for coffee. Dr. Martin, Dr. Burke. I had a level of rapport, and it's not, trinkets of inclusion. It's easy to have the illusion of inclusion and do cute little photo op things for students where they have no power. Right now, they have no power. They have no agency. They have no safe place to go to because it's cut. Right now, your multicultural services or whatever that new office is supposed to be serves employees. It might seem like you included, especially Black and brown folks, in this place of power, position, and title, but you live in a city that's majority minority that's suffering. Years ago, it was the third poorest city in the nation. So if you think you included in positions of power, especially Black and brown folks in the room of note, you're not, because we this close as society from the bottom falling out. And what would that title serve you then? They said, as the ceiling rises, so does the floor. Your job tonight and moving forward is to raise the ceiling so that everything doesn't fall apart. Raise the ceiling so the floor can rise. I'm done.
Thank you.